Hello again, it's Rick Stebbins with the Vertical Method, working with Rachel Martinez from CrossFit New England. We're going to break down her lift and take a look at some of the things that we've been working on to help make her lift more efficient. Let's play the lift through at normal speed. You can see the center of gravity line I have written right at her heel arch position, which is right in front of the ankle bone. And you can see that lift. We're going to take it through in slow motion and break it down. Off the floor, Rachel's position, very nice neutrally arched lumbar spine, thoracic spine, and core, which is engaged, ready to lift. As we take the bar up, she gets to the baloney position very nicely. But then at this point, we'd like to see that bar be a little bit more on the blue line or even slightly behind the line, just so that when she transitions, as she goes through her second pull, she can bring the bar and keep it on her center of gravity. Here you see, however, that Rachel tends to keep the bar a little bit in front of that center of gravity line, which allows her hips to come out to the bar, which you see right there. And then so when she explodes, her hips are still moving forward, and they still have a tendency to bump the bar quite a ways away from her center of gravity, which makes the lift a little more difficult to finish. Now she's able to because the weight's fairly light, but you really want to be careful with that bump position. At this point, you'd like to see the bar right there. You'd like to see that bar more on the blue line so that she can then drive through her knees and not use her hips so much at this point. So the bar moves more vertically and ends up right up on top of her in a nice receiving position. With Rachel, you can see that she had a tendency to not quite get the bar in the right place for her center of gravity, and actually allowed her body to come out to the bar a little bit instead of bringing the bar onto her body. One of the drills that we're going to work on to help with that problem is called the pocket snatch. Practicing snatch moves from this position, with the bar is actually either on your center of gravity or maybe just slightly behind your center of gravity, with your weight in your heel arch. I don't teach weight in the heels themselves. I don't know of any sports that are played with you in your heels. And with as an athletic a move as Olympic weightlifting is, I like to see the weight be in the heel arch at this point, which is about 40% from the back of the heel or 60% from the front of the foot, right in front of the ankle bone, or right under the knot of your shoe. So we start with our weight there, and from here, we will make sure that our core is engaged, and we'll drive through our knees to bring the bar up with a high pull. We'll also then could do a muscle snatch, or we can just do a snatch. But most importantly with Rachel is we're working on making sure that she's bringing the bar up to this position, onto her center of gravity, and not bring your hips out to the bar, which caused that little bit of a bump that you see with her lift.